guys, it's Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on to talk to you a little bit about SnoFlocking and my little tree here. So if you watched a previously live that I did, you would have seen me do a flock on this very same tree with a spray can of flock. And I loved the way that it went on. It looked amazing, but it did not stay on the tree. It made a huge mess after it dried. It was like powder. It just came off of the tree completely and left the tree looking a little bit dingy and white. So I recently was turned on to this SnoFlock, and you will find my referral link up in the description of this video for this bag. It works very nicely. I have pre-tested it on this tree just to see if I actually liked it before I went forward with anything else this time, and it works very nicely. So what I've done is I've not necessarily followed the directions that are on this bag. What I actually have done is opened up the bag, took a spray bottle of water, and all I did was just grab some of the snow. And I'll warn you, it is kind of messy, so you want to make sure that you're doing it outside, or if you have no choice but to do it inside, make sure you put a drop cloth down. Just be prepared that it is very messy because this is very fine, like powdered sugar. So if you've ever worked with powdered sugar, then you know what that's like, and this is the same way. So what you're going to want to do, that I did, was just threw it onto the tree in big clumps. I even just dropped clumps. Threw it on, dropped it, whatever worked best. So you see how I'm doing that. It is messy, but I just went all around the tree with big clumps, and then I took my spray bottle and just sprayed where I put the clumps at. So that's all you're gonna wanna do, is just spray it. Make sure you get the water, because the water is gonna set it into the tree. Now, it is still going to be a little bit messy, but nothing in comparison to what that last flocking in the can is that I used. This doesn't even hold a candle to that. This product is not nearly as messy as the stuff in the can. So just go ahead and spray just like this. And then you can keep on adding however heavily flocked you want it. You just keep on adding snow and spraying. And I'm just gonna work my way all the way around, just like this, and just keep adding the snow in. However heavy you want it to be on your tree is how much you're gonna add. I'm still right over here. So that's all you're gonna want to do, is just go around your tree. Let me push it over into the camera a little bit more. Just make sure you get the water spray on it. You want it to be on a nice misty kind of spray. You don't want it to be on the stream because it'll blast your snow right off of your tree. So just a nice spray, just like that, and then just keep adding it in. It really works very nicely. I really am pleased with this snow. Like I said, I tested it last night on the tree just to make sure I liked it before I did any kind of video or tutorial with it. Because the last stuff that I used, well, I loved the way that it went on, I just did not like the way it did not stay on. So there we have it. We're gonna do a little bit here in the front so you guys can see that. And then we just come with a spray bottle and just spray the water on it, and then you're gonna wanna let it set. So I let this set overnight, and when I came and checked it this morning, it looked really good. And so I just figured I would go ahead and add more because I want it to look heavily flocked. So that's all I'm doing, is just adding more so it will look heavily flocked. And this is for reference. This is a 2-pound bag. My tree is 3 feet. And I've probably used a little less than half of this bag on this tree, but that's because I want it heavily flocked. And then I also added flocking to my little trees here from Walmart. So you remember I told you about these little trees that I picked up from Walmart. They had actually I don't even remember now. I don't think they had any flocking on them at all. I sprayed the stuff out of the can on these, and it dusted off also. It just left them looking white, like I sprayed it with spray paint. So I took this and I just flung it on here just like I did with the tree, and then sprayed it with water. and it's great. It is staying, it's not making a mess. The mess that you are seeing is from what was left over before. So all I have to do is just kind of tap that out, and it will, all that past snow will come right out. So I do not know how this is going to stand the test of time, meaning from year to year. I don't know how that's gonna last. So stick with me and we will see next year how this snow held up. I do plan on packing it away after Christmas and putting it in a plastic bag so that it's all contained by itself in case it does make a mess. But so far it seems to be clumping onto the tree in the places where I want it to be, and it's staying put. So we shall see how it is over time. We'll see what it looks like next year when I pull it out, but for now it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. And like I said, you just add as much snow as you want. If you want it heavily flocked, you just add bigger clumps, and then make sure you just spray it all the areas really good with the fine mist of your water bottle, just like this. Give it a good spray, and then just let it set up. I would say let it set for a good 4 hours. I would say at least 4 hours. I just let it set overnight, and then when I came out this morning, it looked great, and I thought I would just add more to it with you guys so that you could see the process being done. You could see what the snow looks like, so it looks just like this. I have included my referral link up in the description of this video so that it is easier for you guys to find. And then I just used a spray bottle with water on the fine mist and just sprayed it. I did not follow the directions of the bag. I just put it in my hand and threw it in clumps because I wanted the heavily flocked look. If you follow the directions on the bag and you use a sifter to put it on, it will just look lightly dusted. And if you want it to look very clumpy and heavily flocked, just throw it on with your hand. That's the easiest way to do it, I promise. So thank you so much for joining me and watching the conclusion of flocking my little 3-foot tree. For now, this is the stuff that I am loving. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.